Hi everyone. I want to officially welcome you to my YouTube channel. So it's always been in my mind to actually do YouTube. Like I have always wanted to have my own channel where I can talk. But you know that speaking in ordinary life and coming in front of a camera to talk, they are two different things. So I actually had to actually just grow myself in other aspects of content creation before I decided, okay, right now I'm ready to talk and also have my own channel. So I want to officially welcome everyone and thank you for actually watching my video. And if you could actually watch till the end, I swear to God, you're going to learn a lot. And if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe and like. Thank you. So today, we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic, which I know it's a cliche, women, men, all this stuff. But now this is a different perspective from someone who has actually been studying about the dynamics of relationships in society, not just in the Western society, but also coming from a very traditional place, which is Africa. And I could actually give my view, seeing this both point of view and seeing the implications of the choices and how culture is being transferred and the negative and positive effect of everything that's going on at the moment. So to just make it clear, I'm a Christian. Although I'm not saying this is a Christian channel, but you should not be you should not be surprised when you start hearing scriptures, hearing me quote the Bible and stuff, because it's my faith, and I'm a very proud Christian at that. So today we're going to be talking about women and men are not the same. Yeah, I think like we have to also have a balance on talking about these issues, and actually in trying to make a balance, don't hide the truth from people. That's what I believe. Yeah, don't hide the truth from people. If you have noticed in our society today, there is a lot of gender wars going on. Oh, a man is supposed to, oh, a woman is supposed to, oh, this. And I believe that these things are not just coincidence. Yeah, there is actually an agenda. I think if you've listened to me previously in the past, or if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you will see me always saying that there is an agenda going on. There are people who are somewhere trying to who are trying to plan and organize exactly what you see in this society. So everyone who knows me knows I talk about this scripture a lot. Ephesians 6 verse 12. And it actually says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So growing up, this verse or this scripture, I think the church did a very wrong job in trying to explain this verse for us, because growing up, whenever I read principalities and powers, I'm always like at alert, because I tend to think it's talking about witches, wizards, some demons, but this verse is clear. It says principalities and powers. If you go back and check the real meaning of principalities, it means principles. You get me? It means powerful people or powerful people with principles. For example, let me give you a very clear analogy. If in primary school we used to have a principal, you understand? Who was your principal? The principal was just somebody who was in charge, you understand, of actually directing how the school was supposed to run. So it means that these people have a principles of directing how societies are supposed to run. That's principalities. And also these people are powerful, don't forget. And he also said they are rulers of darkness, meaning we have rulers of light actually, but these ones are rulers of darkness, meaning if you see any ruler or any king who rules in darkness, like I don't want to call the names of things people are trying to preach to societies now, you see it's all about darkness. You see it's all about dark thoughts. And we can also see the ripple effect in societies. It's not surprising when we've seen crime rate and divorce rate and all this stuff going on. It's because there are people who have sat down and actually had an agenda to run out principles that society will run on that are dark principles. You understand? So, coming back to my topic that says women and men are not the same, it's not surprising that there is a kind of agenda that tries to weaken the men and tries to empower women more. Yeah, you might try to deny it all you want, but we can actually see it. For example, in divorce cases, in alimony, women would be given more money, given most of, like, women are paid for actually divorcing the man. When we know that statistics, it shows that women are more likely to file for divorce in marriages. It shows. Now, these women who file for divorce are even paid for divorcing the man. Also, the men have to also pay child support. It's like I'm paying someone who is not under my authority or leadership, because naturally a man is supposed to be the leader of a home. And so now there's a new dynamics where a woman can separate and she can still get paid and not be under any authority or leadership. You see where the problem is? So the thing is, societies are fighting and they think, oh, men and women are the same, but nah, that's a fallacy. Men and women are not the same. And there is actually an agenda going on to actually empower women and also weaken the men, because let's be honest, we have a lot of weak men in the society today. So women are more emotional than men. Okay, except weak men. We have weak men who are emotional men, but on the average, women are more emotional than men. That's why if you even see in the family, check carefully, you find out that a mother actually tries to love all her children equally. It doesn't matter what you perform. It doesn't matter how you perform. It doesn't matter whether you're good or you're bad. You would always see that the woman actually tries to love these children equally. Not like the man. The man would show some slight affection towards someone who is a high performer than somebody who is not a high performer. Even his daughter. Let's give an example. If you see a football team and he has a male coach, even if it's a female football team, because the female are just trying to copy the replica of a male a football team. But if you see that a coach in a male football team and somebody is not performing, the coach doesn't come and try to maybe like soften your ego and be like, oh, please, can you do this? Oh, nah, you're gonna sit on the bench if you're not performing. And when the coach comes, he tells the man, or he tells you, hey, if you don't do this or you don't do that, if I give you instructions and you don't carry it out and you're not carrying it out, you're gonna sit on the bench. That's how it happens. Like, men are more direct while women are more emotional. And that's why you see that there's supposed to be a balance in the family. We need these both people to actually bring a high functioning human. Like, you need a man that is going to tell you exactly how it is, and a woman that's actually going to soften it up. Because it's also important, you see, if I am to advise, and you see, that's why women have a lot of problems with content creators who come online and they just try to bash women. And I understand that most of what they say is true. But the thing is, the messenger also matters, how you try to convey this message, because women are more of the emotional side. So they would prefer someone to come and tell them in a soft and soothing manner. Myself, if I'm going to talk to my wife or my girlfriend, the way I will come here and talk is not how I would talk to my wife. Like, I need to be very smart and be more emotional, because I know women will actually listen to you more when you come and touch their emotional side. But men will not listen to you when you touch their emotional side, a man wants you to be direct and tell him how it is. And that's the problem with societies, because women want men to be like women. They want men to be soft like women. They want social media to be more about a place where you come and tell people soothing words, or try to tell them, or when you're trying to put a message, you make it look very light and bring it very emotional. I understand, because women knows that it works for them that way, but to be very honest, it doesn't work for a man like that. You need to be direct to tell the man, oh bro, you're messing up. Oh, yeah, we can even laugh about it like amongst friends, but still a real friend, you know, that real nigga will come and tell you to your face, bro, man, you messed up on this part, and then you can adjust. You get? And I hate the fact that society is trying to make everyone the same. It's just fallacy. It can never happen. We will have a falling society very soon, and we can see the signs already there. Men, and this part now, I don't think it only applies to the females. It applies to both men and women. We've become so lazy. We don't want to do the hard job. We don't want to do the blue-collar jobs, as they call it. Everybody wants an easy way out. Well, I'm going to talk about my own society where I come from. Everybody wants to be a politician. Everybody wants to be a scammer, because that's the easy way to make money. You understand? I understand the dynamics that society has fallen, and maybe the leaders are actually not being genuine to the people, and we can actually see a larger chunk of the fault comes from the leaders. But if we are going to be honest, people just want to make easy money. Even in America, you see people want to be gamers. People want to just sit down and try to make a huge chunk of money. And it's because we've become more lazy. And that's why when I see women say, oh, I can't be under the authority of a man, it's surprising, because in this generation, what is even there to do at home? You have technologies that can do everything for you. There is a washing machine, there is a dishwasher, there is a hoover that you can use to just hoover the house. Cooking, it's not like you have grinding machines, you have a gas. Unlike our parents, I tell you, my parents, they had to, when they want to grind tomatoes or grind pepper, they use stones to grind this stuff. And still, our grandmothers were happy. And they had lesser divorce than we do. They had nothing to work with. They had to do it the hard way. But they had better families, and they had a better society. Unlike we, who think we're wiser, and women just don't want to, oh, I don't want to cook for a man. And like, for God's sake, I can cook for myself. But the thing is, you're not even going to, I know there are places where you cook every day, but you're not going to be cooking for me every day. Let's be honest. Because there's a refrigerator, unlike before. You can cook once in a week and put it in the fridge, and then dish it in chunks and eat. It's not like before that we actually had to cook. Our grandmothers cooked every day because there was no way to store this food, and they never complained. They had better food. Almost, shut up. We're just freaking lazy people. Lazy people, man. But again, like I said, this is an agenda, and the people who are planning these things, they are actually achieving their goals, because we can see that society, man, is falling. And the last thing I want to say is that there are people who also are actually doing a whole good job trying to lie to women that men and women are the same. Bro, men and women are not the same, man. Cut that shit off. Sorry. They're not the same, man. Cut it off. You see, for example, at my age, there is nothing an 18 years old can do that I can't do. I'm not capping. The same way I feel at this point, it's the same way I felt when I was 18. At this point, I can run, I can do any drill, I can do my press-ups, Yeah, I understand that you also need to eat healthy and live a healthy lifestyle for you to actually, but I'm saying, if we are being original, men and women are not the same. For example, if you talk about childbirth and menopause, if a woman at my age has given birth to a child, her body is not going to be the same. If a woman at my age has given birth to like 3-4 children, her body is not going to be the same. Let's not even talk about the elasticity of the vagina. What happens? Let's not even talk about her body, how she becomes weaker. Let's not even talk about how she ages when she gives birth. It can never be the same. Like, if I want to give you a proper example, when we talk about people like Future and Nick Cannon, they still look nice. They still look like they still look like people who could actually, not like they look like, they can actually date whoever they want. And that's the reality that they don't want to tell you. Forget anything you read on Google. Forget any book that's trying to deceive you. Men and women are not the same. A man, okay, before I get to my 40s from now, I can decide to give 19 women. I can decide to have 19 children. But if a woman decides to have 19 children at this my age, her body is going to tell her what's up. You understand? We're not the same. Let's be honest, if we want to think about it to the core of it. I find it hard to date a woman at my age because before she gets to my age, like late 20s, early 30s, she already looks like she's going out of the market. But for a man, it's not the same. Have you ever heard anything about, when you hear menopause, who do you think about? Women. Do men have menopause? Have you ever think about it? Have you ever thought about anything that makes a man become different from himself? Yes, I understand with age, a man might have lower libido. It's just libido. But a man who is actually taking care of himself and trying to empower himself to become better and actually a richer person does not have any menopause or does not suffer from anything. He's the same person yesterday, today, and maybe not tomorrow. But as long as a man keeps taking care of himself, you understand what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna be the best version of himself. And that's why they advise women to actually give birth or to actually settle down when they are much younger. Because the thing is, when you're much younger, you have a wider prospect of men who are actually coming to you. And that's the time, or that's the point you have to choose. Because the moment you start getting to your late 20s, these choices begins to dwindle. And as much as they want to lie to you that, oh, just become the best version of yourself and try to make... there is no man that follows a woman for money. If a weak man follows you for your money, it's because he wants the money. And after he gets the money, he goes and follow who? If you check the trend, he follows younger women. So it is the same. So you need to build, as a young woman, that's the best time that you need to choose your mate. I know it sounds cunning. I know whatever I'm saying now does not make sense to you. But calm down. Calm down. Life will happen. And you would realize as you begin to age, men don't even care who you are. If you like, be the president of the country. A man would follow you if you have the money, get the money, and follow younger women. The only people who would actually stick with the woman throughout her life are people who genuinely love her. And these are people who have known her right from time. Because as a woman gets to menopause, there are so many things that happens to her. Like the dryness of the vagina, hairs begin to fall. Does this happen to a man? If a man takes good care of himself, he would continue to, like, a man's choice, no matter the age, is from 18 to his age and above. Like, I can date a woman from 18, and I will perform. Because I'm like, let's be honest, I take care of myself. I exercise. I try to eat well. And it will actually help me in the long run. But I'm saying, even a man who doesn't even do all this, you can't see a man getting into menopause, like where his feelings begins to change. Temperature of the room begins to make him feel uncomfortable because of a process that goes on in him, which is aging. You can find a few women who, yes, have done a lot of plastic surgery and they lie to you to look the same at their 40s and 50s. You can find them. But if you being honest, the engine is gone, but maybe the body is still looking nice. So men and women are not the same. Let them stop lying to you. So I'm just trying to tell people what it is for what it is. You understand? Yes, I know that some people might try to sugarcoat it to you, but nah, this is not what this channel is about. I'm here for the truth, and the truth will set you free. Get it? The truth will do what? Will set you free. Well, if you've watched to this point, I'm very grateful, and I thank you for watching my videos, and I hope with time we get better in this and do more content. And I swear I have a lot to talk about. If you really enjoyed this video, subscribe, tell a friend, share this video, because what? More content are coming. The truth shall set you free. Cheers, guys.